the wings of the future Pirate King, the son of the earth, and the son of the sky, Zoro and Sanji. Zoro-Sanji is a 4-life 5k leader whose effect is Don X1 when attacking once per turn, return one of your 2 costs or higher characters to hand, then restand one of your 7k or less characters. This allows you to be aggressive as early as your 5 Dawn turn. You might be thinking, but Daniel, removing your own characters? Doesn't that stop our aggro? Well, that's why we play characters designated to bounce with, like Vivi, Mihawk, and Jinbei. Keep in mind that the leader effect does not say base 7k, so if you attach too much Dawn to a character, making it 8k or more, it will not restand with your leader effect. My list is a mix of Slash and Warlords, using the freshly unbanned 4-cost Jinbei to play out our Warlord options, and the 3-cost Mihawk to play out our Slash options. The whole strat for the deck is to flood the board and aggro the opponent's life while setting up 6-cost Brook to help push for game. The cards you want to see in starting hand are any of the 1-cost options. Try to find what you need, a Jinbei plus a combo piece, or a Mihawk and a combo piece. Preferably you also want to see a Vivi to be able to refuel the hand. I mainly choose to go first to be more aggressive against opponents, but second isn't too bad because you have 4 costs to play. Starting upwards in cost order, Perona is a searcher whose effect lets you look at top 5 for a Slash attribute character or a green event if your leader has Slash. Even if it's a dual type attribute like Zoro-Sanji, it still works. Sengoku is the other searcher, letting you grab a Warlord from the top 5 of your deck. Buggy is a 2k that lets you rearrange the top 3 cards of your deck, letting you draw into more optimal cards. Though 99% of the time, he's just a 2k. Vivi's on play lets you draw 2 cards if you have 5 or less in hand if your leader is multicolored. This helps you refuel hand size while also having a target for our lead effect. Mihawk is a 2k that on play lets you play a 4-cost or less Slash attribute from your hand rested, but only if you have 2 or less characters. Zoro's on play lets you restand 2 Dawn if your leader has Film or Straw Hat type. And at the end of your turn, if your leader is Straw Hat, he restands himself, being a sticky body. The new Arlong's activate main is give a rested Dawn to an opponent's characters. If you do, give any Dawn, active or rested, to any character or leader, being your opponent or yourself. This lets you either get extra value from a rested Dawn, or deny the opponent an active Dawn for a counter event. He also has an on KO, letting you freeze 2 cards, being either a stage, leader, character, or Dawn. Jinbei is the main card of the deck, reading on play 1 4-cost or lower Warlords type character from hand. This lets you go wide with characters, getting 8 Dawn of value for only 4. And with leader effect, you can bounce him to hand to do another Jinbei play. Weevil is the main card paired with Jinbei, as he replaces himself in hand, letting you draw 1 on play. Being a 6k body is great, as he can contest someone like Ace without a Dawn, or Nami with only 1 Dawn attached. Kuma is a stall piece, whose effect is on play up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's turn. This lets you stop blockers from blocking, or anything from attacking. Law is a 2k that reads activate main, bounce himself to hand, and if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they put 1 at the bottom of their deck. With large hand sizes in Ace, Lucy, Enel, and others, he's great to try and control it, especially with putting banned. Carrots on play and when attacking share an effect being freeze one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less. This is great being able to freeze dominant stuff like 6-cost Enels or 7-cost Sabos. Smoker is a good tech option as it helps counter these yellow leaders having banish. He also has an activate main of letting you restand a Dawn at the cost of not being able to restand Dawn with any other effects this turn. Along with Kuma, the newest card we have is Brook, whose on play rests anything, most of the time being a blocker. His activate main is where it gets even better, as it reads, you may trash this character. If your leader has Straw Hat Pirates type, you can restand any 8-cost or lower character. This lets you swing with him, then get even more value by restanding another character in addition to your leader effect. The only event I play is I'll Go All Out. Its main is tap 2 extra Dawn and freeze 2 of your opponent's 7-cost or lower characters, being in the list for the same reasons as Carrot. It also has a counter, giving plus 3k to your leader, so that's always good. The Slash and Warlords have some overlap with 22 Warlords in the deck, and 18 of them being Slash, so that's why I went with a mixed build. Another card you can play is Dead Man's Game, to rest blockers and Dawn when going for game. Me personally, I just don't know where I would fit into my deck. You can cut like 2 Kumas, or whatever you want for it. Now, this is the first time I've played with the deck since it's dropped. so please bear with me with these games. With that being said, let's hop into some ranked games. So here, I'm debating to either play Arlong or Jinbei. With Arlong, I could get constant value by attaching a rested Don to my leader, but with Jinbei, I could play out a Law and rip a card from their hand. So I stopped myself from playing down the Weevil because I was seeing if it's better to play Jinbei Weevil or the Weevil by himself. If I played Jinbei, then I could get another body on board to swing for game next turn. But if I play down the Jinbei, that's 1k counter out of hand for when he swings for game. So I countered out here because I was seeing how much Dawn they'd have after I freeze one of theirs with my Arlong effect, and I counted it up. If they did not use their baby 5 on KO to -1, they'd still be going to 8 Dawn and play an 8 cost Dofi on curve. Their leader was also their only swing that turn, so I didn't have to worry about countering out even more. So this whole next sequence is just me seeing what I should play first and what I should play this turn, being either Perona, Smoker, or Vivi, and what order I should play them in. So I'm just gonna fast forward this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out greatly and it gets the video out there to other people. You could also check out my other videos I've posted. If you guys have any deck ideas that I should play, please drop them down in the comments below. I'll always respond to everyone's comments, you know. The list of the deck will be down in the description also, along with my Twitter and all the music that I use in this video. And after those games, I'm wondering, is Zoro&Sanji the answer to the meta?